All right. So here with Jon Byrne this afternoon, we want to welcome you and here to the Australian. What is this one for again? Sorry.
The Australian Alumni Association. It's called
Australian Alumni
Australian
Baseball Association. All right, I'm here with Jon Byrne, Major League Baseball call-up umpire. We're here to hear a little bit about his time, processes involved in this. I want to thank the Australian Baseball Alumni Association. Jon, as you've kind of got your start in baseball, it's a little bit of a different one for most Australians. I know the eastern states, you have rugby's pretty big, Victoria and WA, it's predominantly football crazy. Pretty much the nation gets behind cricket. How did you get started in baseball?
I got started when I was young playing t-ball in primary school. It was a very popular sport for kids back then. It still is now. So, my parents got me into playing that, and then once I got old enough, I moved into baseball because I had a love for the game already, and just progressed into the little leagues and then up into junior baseball when I was able to.
Okay, so it sounds like you played baseball roughly till you were 18 or thereabouts?
So 18.
What kind of then prompted the change from player to getting started as an umpire?
I started umpiring when I was 13, so I was still playing at the time. Saw Brett Robson, a friend of mine, doing some games for our local baseball club, Gosnells, and just as something on the side, a good little way to make some cash, and it's a good way when you're young like that to make a quick buck every now and then. So that's how I got started. Went to the umpire schools here that were taught by Dave Gripper and all these instructors out there back then, and then just started umpiring local games. When I wasn't playing a game, I'd go early and do a little league game, and then play my game, and then help umpire a game after I played. So kept me busy on the weekends.
At least, as we say, get that opportunity to get a few bucks inside your pocket, be making a lemonade stand or something, I guess. How did you progress from, I guess, your BWA, UA, Baseball Western Australia Umpire Association, into the next level? What is that next level, I guess, from the local club?
Yeah, for me, it was good for me when I got into baseball, umpiring baseball. We had quite a few young guys. It was myself, my twin brother Kyle, Brett Robson, Travis Hatch, and we provided a friendly little competition between the four of us to try and outdo one another. And going from little league into the junior baseball, umpiring junior baseball, then going into senior league baseball on the Sundays, and then going from there. The next step from there was to try and get the tournaments. Doing national under 14s, national under 16s, under 18s tournaments, and watching Brett and Travis do those was kind of helped me spark. I want to do it too. If they're doing it, why can't I? So that's kind of what drove me to go better and better.
All right, I don't know if you'll openly admit this one, but of the four of you, yourself, your brother, Travis, and Brett, who ultimately made it first?
Brett actually made it into minor league first.
Okay.
He was the first one, then Travis and I made it the next year, and then Kyle the following year.
Okay. I guess, you progressed from that player into the umpire. You've said that you have got to start at the club level, progressing then into the national tournaments. At what point did you realize this was maybe a career pathway that you wanted to choose, and ultimately, what were the steps that, I guess, led to that progression?
It was obvious when I wasn't able to, wasn't getting selected to play for the under 14s, under 16s, under 8. I figured, well, I might as well umpire. If I can't play it, I'll umpire it. So, that's how that happened, and just started to focus more on that. And then, we get looked at and evaluated by our instructors here, and Jeff Robertson from the ABF, and he's the one that nominates you to do certain things, whether it be the 14s, 16s, 18s, and then he's also the one that selects you to go to the umpire school in the US.
Okay, so with that umpire school, essentially you're I promoted or prompted to do so from the Australian Baseball Federation. What is involved in that selection process? How were you selected? Who have you kind of followed in those footsteps? You said Brett was kind of the first one to go. How did you follow in those footsteps and then ultimately continue to pursue this path?
Yeah, like I said, Travis was the first one that went to the umpire school.
Okay.
Then Brett went, and then I was able to go the year after, and that's pretty much selected by Jeff Robertson, and that was kind of the progression with how we kind of all went through the system. Travis was always, would do the 14s first, and then the 16s, and then Brett would slide in, and then we kind of just went through the steps pretty much in that order. So that's the order that we kind of sent off to the umpire school, and when I got that chance to go over, I was with Travis as well, and just made the most of it and did the best I could over there, and got lucky enough to go through the debug.
Now, I know it is kind of like a long selection process, and we talk about the different things along the way. As a player, you're constantly evaluated, moving up the different ranks from high school to college to each individual step from rookie ball, single A's, double A's, triple A's, essentially in the majors. You can make those kind of pathways. Some you get to skip altogether. What is kind of the process for an umpire from that standpoint?
When we get selected to be a minor league umpire, we all start at rookie ball. You don't skip any levels. Even the good guys, they can't go straight into AAA. It's something that they want umpires to be able to develop the experience over the years. So we always start at rookie ball and then go hit every single level all the way up. There's no skipping, there's no jumping spots or whatever. And that all can take a while.